I'm gonna give all glory and honor to the Most High. I'm gonna mute the call so that I have no disturbances. Anyone calling in.
Q&A mode is on.
Okay, as always, we're going to start with Colossians 3 and 17. Colossians 3 and 17. And whatsoever ye do in word or deed, do all by Hashem Mashiach Yahushua in the name of the Lord and Savior, giving thanks to the Most High and the Father by Hashem Mashiach Yahushua. And that's how we give thanks to the Most High in the name of the Lord and Savior, Mashiach Yahushua. So we're going to go into the story of the end times. So I'm going to go through prophecies and show you a lot what you can look forward to and look for, and the reason why, and solutions. I'm going to start off with Psalms 102 and 12. But thou, O Most High, shall endure forever, and thy remembrance unto all generations. Hallelujah. Thou shalt arise and have mercy upon Zion. For the time to favor her, yeah. The set time is come. For thy servant's sake, pleasure in her stones, and favor the dust thereof. So the heathen shall fear the name of Yahweh, and all the kings of the earth thy glory. When the Most High, while Mashiach shall build up Zion, he shall appear in his glory. He will regard the prayer of the destitute and not despise their prayer. He will regard the prayer of the destitute and not despise their prayer. Hallelujah. This shall be written for the generation to come, and the people which shall be created shall praise the Most High. That's why we say praise the Most High. For he hath looked down from the height of his sanctuary. From heaven did the Most High behold the earth. He looked down at this earth to hear the groaning of the prisoner, to loose those that are appointed to death, to declare the name of the Most High in Zion and his praise in Jerusalem. So we got to look at how this praise in Zion. Who is Zion? Isaiah 51 and 16. Isaiah 51 and 16. And I have put my words in thy mouth, and I have covered thee in the shadow of mine hand, that I may plant the heavens and lay the foundations of the earth, and say unto Zion, thou art my people. So Zion represents who? Most High said, thou art my people. So who is the Most High's people? Who's the my people? Is it everyone? Through the precepts we get understanding. Exodus 3 and 10. Come now, therefore, and I will send thee unto Pharaoh, that thou mayest bring forth my people. Who are they? The children of Israel, the 12 tribes of Israel out of Egypt. So this is what we have to look forward to. The Most High, while Mashiach Yahushua redeeming us. So let's look at Malachi 4:4. Malachi 4:4. Remember ye the law of Moses, my servant, and the servants of the children of Israel, which I commanded unto him in Horeb for all Israel with the statutes and judgments. That's what the Most High telling us. Remember Deuteronomy 1:1. Because the first 5 books of the Bible are the books of Moses, when it says. And the law starts here in the first 5 books of Moses. Deuteronomy 1:1. These be the words which Moses spake unto all Israel on this side Jordan, in the wilderness, in the plain over against the Red Sea, between Paran and Tophel and Laban and Hazeroth and Zizahab. So these be the words which Moses spake unto all Israel. Not no one else, but to all Israel. Now, when we go to Deuteronomy 28:68, Deuteronomy 28:68, we know that Deuteronomy 28 chapter deal with the blessings and the cursings, the curses. So the curses start from 15 to 68. The blessings start from 1 to 14. We're going to look at the fact of what we generally go to prove that we are the children of Israel. No one else can gainsay on this and say they are. Deuteronomy 28:68. And the Most High shall bring thee into Egypt, which means captivity, slavery, and bondage, again, another time, with ships. So what people came into captivity, slavery, and bondage with ships? Only the children of Israel. And Exodus 20:2 defines Egypt, just in case you didn't know. Now you know. Exodus 20:2. I am the Most High thy power, your power, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. So Egypt means bondage, captivity, and slavery. So we look at Deuteronomy 28:60. It says, and the Most High shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships. By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again. And there, when you go on these ships, ye shall be sold unto your enemies. Hear that? You're going to be sold unto your enemies for bondmen, slave men, and bondwomen, slave women. And no man shall buy you. So this word buy is an old Quaker word, a medieval word, which means to save or redeem from a worse condition to a better condition. That's why the Most High told us in verse 29, Deuteronomy 28:29, no man's going to save us. That's what he's telling you. And thou shalt grope at noonday, as the blind gropeth in darkness, and thou shalt not prosper in thy ways. Where's our banks? Where's our stores and so forth? We don't say you're going to prosper in your ways because we didn't follow the law, statutes, commandments of the Most High. We didn't follow his rules and regulations. And thou shalt be only oppressed and spoiled evermore. You don't feel like we've been oppressed as a people and spoiled, robbed? I mean, we got $1 trillion we spend a year that they can tell us, probably more than that. We won't have nothing. Listen, and no man shall save thee. No man gonna save us. Ezekiel, so it said we're gonna be sold unto our enemies. Who are these enemies that we were sold to? Ezekiel 7:24. Ezekiel 7:24. I tell you to actually learn your books in the Bible. Learn the books in the Bible. Because if you're going too fast for you, then you don't know the books. Because all I'm doing is turning pages to go to the books. I'm calling it, and I'm going to the page where it's at. So learn the books of the Bible. Very important. Ezekiel 7:24. Who are our enemies that we were sold to on these slave ships? And understand this too. Let me make this perfectly clear. Because it's been taught just Judah, Benjamin, Levi went on a slave ship, but no. When Christopher Columbus came here in 1492, he took the indigenous people that were here on them ships and sold them. before 1619 when he came to Africa. When they started coming to Africa, these Europeans and so forth. Before then, they were selling us from this land of Central and South America. That's the only place he went. He didn't come to America. But they were selling us, shipping us, whenever they came. Amerigo Vespucci came here to America. That's why America's named after Amerigo Vespucci. Look it up. Just look up America in the Webster Dictionary. So when they came here, they were taking us, putting on the ships from 1492 all the way past 1619 to the late 1800s. You understand? So that's what they were doing to the indigenous people that were here. The Israelites that were here, they were putting on them ships and selling them to their peers. You over here in Central or South America, taking you over and selling you over to Jamaica and so forth. So we scattered all among. That's why most I say gonna scatter. We scattered everywhere. Not only here, we scattered all overseas and everywhere. You know, all throughout the Middle East, all throughout what they call the Middle East, Africa. We everywhere, all in all countries. That's why you're gonna gather us from all four corners of the earth. But we just talking about the ones that pertain to these scriptures here. Ezekiel 7:24. So who is this enemy that he sold us to? Wherefore I will bring the worst of the heathen. You hear that? He gonna bring the worst of the heathen, and they shall possess their houses. Took us down, possessing our houses. Now when did it happen? I mean, when they came here, what did they do? You mean to tell me? I'm gonna tell you, until the late 1800s, these Edomites didn't have a city or anything that was so magnificent as we had when they came here in 1492. I can open up Columbus' files, his files and his logs to show you when he came here, what he found here. You know, they didn't have a city called Cahokia or something of that nature. It's around St. Louis, around that area. They ain't have a city as bad as that until the late 1800s. When they came here, man, you look at the monumental buildings and structures that we had here in this land before they came. And they took us off our land. You know, I have a series called The Destruction of the Indies, the West Indies. You can look at it on YouTube. Go through that series. It's by Bartholomew de las Casas. He had a book called The Destruction of the West Indies. When they came here, he's telling the story of what these Edomites, so-called Europeans, did when they came here to the shores of North, Central, and South America. He's telling what happened. Their own people are telling what happened and what they did with pictures. It's a very good book to have. For all you that don't believe that this happened, there's pictures of everything in there. Mostly every page have pictures of destruction. Destruction, destroying us, destroying us, destroying us. But the Most High told us he was going to do this to us because we ain't want to listen to him. You see? But no, we're going to find some other way. Ain't no other way. Look. He the only hope we have. Song of Three Holy Children in the Apocrypha, verse 9. We're gonna examine this thoroughly tonight. And thou didst deliver us into the hands of lawless enemies. Lawless enemies. Meaning what? Lawless mean what? They're not going to follow the laws of the Most High. So y'all want to follow behind them? Y'all set up to be thrown into the lake of fire. Because he said what he said. And thou didst deliver us into the hands of lawless enemies, most hateful forsakers of the Most High, and to an unjust king, and the most wicked in all the world. Come on. The most wicked in all the world. You can't get no pleasure and no love out of that. Said the most wicked in all the world. Woo. Job 5:20. No, 5:19. I gotta keep hope alive, like Jesse said, but this the real hope because we gonna have hope in the Most High. We're going to have faith in the Most High. When you talk about hope, hope is nothing but faith. You understand? We're going to have faith in the Most High to fulfill this. In Job 5:19. He shall deliver thee in 6 troubles. Because we in troubles. This is Jacob's troubles right now. He said he's going to deliver us in 6 troubles. Yeah. In 7 troubles, there shall no evil touch thee. This is what you should be working for. To be delivered in 6 troubles. And in 7, there shall no evil touch thee. This is what you should want. And be working toward. In the time of Jacob's trouble. Listen. In famine, he shall redeem thee from death. When there's a food shortage, ain't no food, he said he's going to redeem you from death. And in war, from the power of the sword. In war, from the power of the sword. Y'all should be hid from the scourge of the tongue, what they saying. All the honorary things they're going to be saying about us are going to be hid from us. Most High will, if you're in the spirit with them. Neither shall thou be afraid of destruction when it cometh, because destruction is coming. Believe this. Y'all on y'all little just chilling and got your little pleasure zone and all that. Trouble and destruction is coming. Y'all better hear what I'm saying. Destruction is coming. That's why I say people don't fear the Most High. He the one gonna allow this to go down. But you want to be here, people. In famine, he shall redeem thee from death. What that's telling you? A whole lot of people gonna be dying from food shortage, no food. And in war, gonna be war on these streets. From the power of the sword. Modern day sword is guns. And whatever ammunition they have, or ordnance that they have, on a high level. Thou shalt be hid from the scourge of the tongue, what they saying about us. Neither shalt thou be afraid of destruction when it cometh. People are all panicky now. He said you ain't gonna be afraid when destruction cometh. So how you fit into this? Most High don't give you the spirit of fear. So who gives you the spirit of fear? See, at destruction and famine, at destruction we see everybody dying and buildings being destroyed and people being destroyed, everything being destroyed. And famine, nobody have any food. Thou shalt laugh. So anyway, you're gonna be able to laugh if you involved in being destroyed and you don't have no food. You're hungry as ever. But it says, at destruction and famine thou shalt laugh. Neither shalt thou be afraid of the beast of the earth. Let you know the animals gonna be eating people up. Y'all better wake up. Y'all better hear this. Because will come a time you're not going to get it. You better know what it takes. That's why I deal with a lot of spiritual, the law of the spirit, a lot. But people don't hear it because y'all trying to learn the law of the letter. You should already know that. This is the end of the world. You got all these days, some of you dealing with this year in and year out, a year in and year out. We just going over and over and over again like we do these precepts and so forth. And you still don't have it. Hopefully you hear. For thou shalt be in league with the stones of the field, and the beasts of the field shall be at peace with thee. That's where we want to be. If the beasts of the field of the world, the field be the world, they're going to be at peace with some people. 1/3 of the 12 tribes of Israel. And thou shalt know that thy tabernacle, that's your body, shall be in peace. And thou shalt visit thy habitation and shall not sin. See? And thou shalt know also that thy seed, that's your lineage, brothers, shall be great, and sisters. Your children are going to be great, and thine offspring as the grass of the earth. Woo! That means we're going to have a whole lot of children. The grass, our offspring, what did it say? Our offspring, that's our children, as the grass of the earth. I mean, we're going to have a whole lot of children. So if you don't want no children, I don't know if this apply to you. Hopefully you will see. And understand this. Judges 5:11 said we rehearsing the righteous acts. So a lot of you are caught up in your own personal way you think. You have to accept this. You have to want to be here to be here. You have to believe you're going to be here, have faith that you're going to be here to be here. You will go against anything that the Most High have here, you're not going to be there. You're not going to make it because you're going against what he had all the way from the beginning to now. You got to think of it. The first books, the very first verse of the Bible says, in the beginning. You understand that? What was before the beginning? Nothing. Nothing. When people talking about if something happened, Big Bang, whatever happened before the Bible, what happened before the beginning of this earth, the way we know it? Yeah, nothing. And in the end, he says, that's what we're looking at. End times now. In the end, he said, anyone that have ears to hear, Revelation 22:20. He which testified these things said, surely I come quickly. Even so, come Mashiach Yahushai. Hallelujah. You see? So we have, it's our guideline. It's our guideline. We got to work to be here. It's not something that you're going to look at and it's just going to come automatically. You got to study and study and study. But you got to study the right way so that you operate in the right perspective of how you should be. And not falter. You can't falter. You got to let go of all unnecessary thoughts that will keep you from the kingdom. I hope you understand this. Second Ezra 2:26. As for the servants whom I have given thee, there shall not one of them perish. You hear that? As for the servants whom I have given thee, there shall not one of them perish. For I will require them from among thy number. You hear that? You hear that, Esau? And you hear that, all you out there that's Edomanized? Listen what the Most High said. As for thy servants, who's the servants? Is that everyone? Every one of these nations in this world is a servant? No, they're not. We get to understand it through the precepts. Who are the servants according to the Bible? And some of these things I'll go over, it should just ring off the top of your head if you study them. You should be able to prove, because this is the way you get understanding. The Bible answers itself. It's a puzzle. It's just like you have a recipe, and you know how to cook whatever you know how to cook. Whatever it is that you know how to cook very well, you know that recipe, so it comes out very well. Very well. Right? I don't even want to think about no food right now, but But that's why I can't even think of anything to even say. I was gonna say a cake, but I'm like, man, that make me hungry. So I just said, whatever you can cook, that's very good. You know that every time you cook it, everybody say, wow, this is good. That's how the Bible is. It's a puzzle. You go here, you go there, you go here. Right now we're looking for who the servants are. It's gonna define who the servants are. Since y'all thinking that it could be anybody, any nation, or anybody could be a servant, all I gotta do is call on the name of the Lord. Nah. And that's a European creation too. Lord and God, those are European creations. So let's get right to the point. Isaiah 44:21. Remember thee, O Jacob and Israel, for thou art my servant. See? So Israel is his servant. Point blank, no doubt about it. Just that's the way it is. It's like that, that's the way it is. So the Israelites are the servants. So when you go back to 2 Ezra 2:26, it says, as for the servants whom I have given thee, there shall not one of them perish, for I will require them from among thy number. You hear that? He said he will require them from among the number of people that's around us. Be not weary, for when the day of trouble and heaviness cometh, others shall weep. Others shall weep and be sorrowful. This talking to Israel, his servants, and Most High will. I can't put myself there, and can't nobody else put themselves there. That's what we're working so that we can be here, and it'll apply to us. Isaiah 54:14. It's the end times. People don't fear the Most High, but those that do hear the word of the Most High. In righteousness thou shalt be established. You hear that? Not wickedness, not doing what's wrong, not going against his rules and regulations, but following his laws, statutes, commandments. That makes you righteous. In righteousness thou shalt be established. Thou shalt be far from oppression. You hear that? Far from oppression. For thou shalt not fear. We ain't gonna fear no man. Anything else gonna be me saying that the beast gonna be in league with us. They're gonna be at peace with us. I mean, the beast gonna be eating up people. And he got beasts that you ain't never seen before. He gonna have them coming right here, wherever you are. He said, but for thou shalt not fear. I mean, you're not gonna be afraid of the things that you see happening. And from terror, for it shall not come near thee. You hear that? This is what I spent all this time to try and learn, live it, and apply it in my life and teach you spiritual understanding so that you have a relationship with the Most High. Bahashama Mashiach Yahushua. So this can fulfill, this can be fulfilled in you. Whoever hear my voice. But people just, ain't no argument, so ain't nobody really gonna pay attention to this. But when they gonna wish they did. Because if it don't apply to you, you're gonna be destroyed. Point blank. You're gonna see the destruction of the Most High because he sent forth his hand. People wanna ignore it like it's not there. This is null and void. We're gonna see. We're gonna find out. Hopefully you won't find out in the wrong way. Behold, verse 15, they shall surely gather together. See, the Most High, we're going to gather together one way or another, brothers and sisters. He's going to make us have to gather together. What do you say? Behold, they shall surely gather together, but not by me. See? Not by Most High. Whosoever shall gather together against thee, Anyone want to gather against us shall fall by thy sake, fall for thy sake. You know? What is he saying? All them plotting against us? Because they gather together. You people will be gathered together, but not having the Most High in mind what it should be doing according to what we should be doing in righteousness, and everybody on this earth should be listening to what we're bringing forth as Hebrew Israelites and giving the understanding of this Bible, because ain't nobody else bringing it forth. Name them. Who? Nobody else is going precept upon precept as in history and in archaeology and anthropology and all the different books that we have that's been searched out, at least far as I know, all over the world to be able to bring this truth out. Everybody supposed to be following what the Most High says in His Word in these last days. They're not. So, behold, they shall surely gather together, but not by me. Whosoever shall gather together against thee shall fall for thy sake. So, let them do whatever they're doing. All you that have a relationship with the Most High, you live for this, and you're going to continue to live for this and not die, but live. Because you don't, like my second shot said, some people that's right there right now, never going to see death. Y'all realize that? Some people never see death. Never see death. Nothing like living to see the fall of your enemy. As all nations had a certain period of time to rule, they seen the fall of their enemies. They didn't vote to get America. They ain't vote to get the Byzantine Empire. You know, they ain't vote to get the Greek Empire. They ain't vote to get the Persian Mede Empire, or the Babylonian Empire, or the Assyrian Empire, or the Egyptian Empire. You see? Well, no voting for that. And every time we went to captivity, we was warring. It was at war. We was at war. But the Most High said, hey, I'm not going to help you. You read this Bible, when the Most High was with us, could nobody touch us. I'm telling you that. You hear what he's saying now. For these times that we in now. When the war is going to elevate to a high level. This is what you need to be looking forward to. And not slaughtering yourself. That's what people going to do. We're going to be killing themselves, man. Why? Because they don't believe this. Psalms 91:1. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. So are you abiding in the secret place of the Most High? You know what the secret place of the Most High is? What did he say? Shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. You won't abide under the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of the Most High, in the Mashiach Yahushua, He is my refuge and my fortress, my power. In Him will I trust. He's who I'm going to have trust in. Surely He shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler and from the noisome pestilence. When all these missiles are getting ready to be shot into the ends of the world. He shall cover thee with His feathers, and under His wings shall you trust. His truth shall be thy shield and buckler. And last I read Psalms 119:142 says, thy righteousness is an everlasting righteousness, and thy law is the truth. And the Mashiach Yahushua told us, reminded us, as He came on this earth, He said, in John 14:6, I am the way, the truth, and the life. I'm the way to show you how to follow the truth, which is the laws of the Most High, which is going to lead to everlasting life, point blank. He say, I come to be an example, to show you as a son of the Most High, how we as the sons of the Most High believe in Baal Shem Mashiach Yahushua, Him going to the Most High on our behalf, that we the sons of the Most High too, and following the Most High's laws, His commandments of the Most High, and having faith in the Mashiach Yahushua. The two together. Working toward making it to the kingdom. See, it's too much folly and too much, everybody want to play around with this. Ain't going to be no playing in what's prepared, maybe in a few days. This whole world could be turned upside down. And y'all sitting out here playing, thinking this ain't serious. Better wake up. This where you better be. This is what you should be working to be, so we can cover you up. This is what we're talking about so far. Psalms 91:3. Surely he shall deliver thee from the snare, the trap of the fowler. These traps they setting up for us. What you think a snare is? A trap they setting up for us. And from the noisome pestilence. Yeah. The missiles that's going to be shot into the ends of the world. He shall cover thee with his feathers, and under his wings shalt thou trust. His truth shall be thy shield and buckler. Following the laws of the Most High, being obedient to him, is going to be our shield and buckler, our protection. This is our protection. Well, you think the left-hand side of Satan and all his imps and all the ones that represent Satan don't know this? Why you think they want us to be wicked? The heathen know we went into captivity, slavery, and bondage for breaking the laws of the Most High. So what you think they're going to do? I don't care who you work for, who you dealing with, whoever you ever dealt with. They ain't tell you the laws of the Most High. Prove it. What entity that you work for, you with, is saying, no, that's wrong according to the laws of the Most High. Every day you go to work. You ain't going to tell me that you live that life. Don't exist. I was say, oh, you got to take that to church. You go to church on the first day. You want to do that? Don't bring that up in here. It's a business. And you gotta act just the way they want you to act. Straight up. And they don't know the Most High. And they most certainly don't know what Mashiach Yahushua, even though they painted them as themselves. No. This where you want to be. Because all the people that's like what I'm saying is going there and they doing the things that they do, and you're not being an Israelite, but you being a heathen, like the heathens, you join to them. You join to them. I don't care how you look at it. You better repent and come out of it. Because this don't apply to you. He ain't gonna cover you up because you're not doing what he say do. You're not doing what he say do. Listen, verse 5. Thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night. Let you know terror is going to come in the nighttime. But so far as those that we have went over these scriptures showing you that they're going to be protected, they're going to be laughing at destruction and famine, it's not going to apply to them. Listen. Thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night, nor for the arrow, that's these missiles that flyeth by day. These missiles going to come in the day. Nor for the pestilence that walketh in darkness, nor for the destruction that wasteth at noonday. Bam, high noon. Woo! Destruction's coming at noonday. Terror at night, in the arrow that flieth by day, and that real destruction that will come at noonday. Listen, it say 1,000 shall fall at thy side. 1,000 people. 1,000 people shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come nigh thee. This is what we want. Only with thine eyes shalt thou behold and see the reward of the wicked. See? Why? Because thou have made the Most High power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, which is my refuge, even the Most High, thy habitation. But if you don't fear him, you haven't made the Most High your habitation. And most people in this world today do not fear the Most High. Do all this talking, but let's take it to the Most High throne. Let the Most High be the judge. You don't want to do that, then you don't fear the Most High. Because you should be thinking of what you're doing so that you make sure that you're in line with this. This is the end of the world. that you're in line with this. There shall no evil befall thee, neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling. There shall no evil befall us, neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling. For he shall give his angels charge over thee to keep thee in all thy ways. Hear that? Why do you think we call for Michael, Uriel, Gabriel, Raphael to surround us? And all his holy angels surround us. But he's not surrounding those that are not righteous, not trying to be righteous, and do what's right, and follow his hand that he's brought forth on this earth in his last days. They shall bear thee up in their hands, lest thou dash thy foot against a stone. This was Satan trying to pull on a Mashiach Yahushua. You notice he couldn't go to the law. When you read Matthew the 4th chapter and Luke the 4th chapter, he couldn't go to the law because he can't go to the law because he'd be cut. It'll cut him. That's why Mashiach Yahushua used the law. For all you that say we ain't under the law, he went to the law every time he rebuked Satan. So all you that don't want to follow the law, all you that don't know the law, all you that don't want to study the law and apply the law in your life, how you going to rebuke Satan? He walk around with you every day, all day, 24/7. Because you don't know how to rebuke him because you ain't never dealing with the law. Or the Most High. That's what the Mashiach Yahushua came here to be an example, to show us how to make it, to fulfill what it is that we're reading right now. He was an example. This shows it can be done. He told us we're going to do greater things than he done. So he's going through the Father. He's going to send the Holy Spirit that's going to allow us to do more than what he done, as we're doing right now. But if your mind's so shallow you can't see it, then you won't know. This going out for everybody in the world can see this. You go live and everybody can see it. Go on live, as I'm speaking, it could be live in many different formats in social media. Period. Listen. They shall bear thee up in their hands, lest thou dash thy foot against a stone. See? Psalm 34:7. Psalm 34:7. The angel of the Most High encampeth round about them that fear him. The angel of the Most High encampeth around them that are afraid of the Most High, and delivereth them. See? People be playing around thinking that, okay, well, I can do it the way I want to do it. No, you can't do it the way you want to do it. You better understand. This is as serious. I mean, I don't know why, people are not paying more attention because they too busy trying to exalt themselves because they found out they're Israelite. That don't mean nothing. If you don't know, if the Most High don't know you, well, Mashiach Yahushua don't know you. What is that? Israel not going to save us. Remember it said, no man shall save you. Y'all exalting man out there. No, man, she's going to exalt me. You better exalt the Most High. Wow, Mashiach Yahushua. That's who you better exalt. Anything other than that, you better listen to what he said. Because the angel of the Most High encampeth around them that fear him, those that are afraid of the Most High, and delivereth them. Well, Mashiach Yahushua came back and told us in Luke 12:4. And I say unto you, my friends, everybody not his friend, but he do have friends, because his sheep gonna hear his voice, and they gonna follow him. And he is the word of the Most High, not his own words, but the word of the Most High. And I say unto you, my friends, Luke 12:4, be not afraid of them that kill the body, and after that have no more that they can do. They can kill your body, but after that they can't do nothing. But I will forewarn you whom ye shall fear. Fear him which after he hath killed. Hear that? That's the Most High that kills. Have power to cast into hell. Yeah, I say unto you, fear him. Be afraid of him. So the angels encamped around nobody that don't fear the Most High. Ain't afraid of the Most High. You represent the Most High and you have those that don't even fear him. So I represent the Most High now, right? But when the book is closed, I don't represent him. What kind of sense does that make? I have to give an account for everything. Just like you have to give account for everything. But I have to give account for the things that I know that are wrong to right them, so that when the destruction comes, it's not on me. That blood is not on my hands. I'm gonna have to make sure that I do that. A lot of people don't understand that, because you're in the mindset of this world, the world of Israel. We start talking about, give me the world of Israel from when we became a nation to now. And you can't, then how you gonna really operate as an Israelite now without learning how to be an Israelite from our customs that we had, that the Most High said we're coming back to, if you're gonna be in the kingdom. Ain't no starting all over again, or you done did all this wickedness and been however you want to be, just say the Most High gonna overlook that. No. Not when you've been called now. It casts you away, man. He said, let the multitude perish. You got a multitude, many are called, but few are chosen. I mean, how much, what do it take for you to run? I'm out of here. He that endureth unto the end, the same shall be saved, y'all. Ain't nobody gonna make me run, take me off of my course. Nobody. Except for the Most High. Let's look at, let's go into these prophecies. Go to 2 Ezra 15 and 14 in the Apocrypha. And that's how you should think. 2 Ezra 15 and 14, but be on point. You better be on point according to this right here, the word of the Most High. Not according to your own mind. Most High has no respect of person. He has no respect of me, for me, and you, or anyone else. He has respect to Israel. All of us as a nation. That's who he has respect to. 2 Ezra 15 and 14. Woe means destruction to the world and them that dwell therein. You hear that? Destruction to the world and them that dwell therein. For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. It's drawing near. Maybe days away. Who knows? It's drawing near. And one people shall stand up to fight against another. One people going to stand up to fight against another. And swords in their hands. What do you think the modern day sword is? With guns. Guns in their hands. They said people went out and bought all kind of guns at different periods of times during certain events that happened in America. So the gun stores are finished. Sold all the guns and bullets and so forth. With guns in their hands, people. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. Meaning that's straight racial wars. But it's not Israel against everybody. It's going to be everybody at hand against his neighbor. Because we're going to tell you. But it's going to be sedition. There's going to be uproars everywhere. Rioting everywhere. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. So you, wherever you at, you might be in your car somewhere, driving, and you can't even get home. Or if you home, you ain't gonna be able to go nowhere to another city. And I see we didn't have LA riots out here. I don't know where y'all at, but wherever you are, we had riots out here. And the stores was empty within a couple hours. That's it. That's it. Finished. Couple hours, if that. So where you go get your food then? A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. You ain't gonna be able to go from city to city. Martial law right here. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled. The houses shall be destroyed. People's houses are going to be destroyed. And men shall be afraid. Men going to be afraid. They're going to be afraid. So I imagine at this time, mighty women, y'all going to be able to handle it, huh? It say men going to be afraid. And as I read, women are the weaker vessel. But it say these men going to be afraid for what's going down and get ready to go down. Say a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword. They have no pity on coming in your house and destroying everybody in your